Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another day of training every single day. Today was a pretty average day, nothing special happening. Pretty boring day for me. But I started off this morning, a little bit of a warm up here, warming up the wrist, and then getting into some planche work, some straight arm work, targeting the biceps, and mainly the biceps. My shoulders are really strong, so they weren't really challenged, nor was my chest, except for the push-up parts that we get into. So this was in the morning. My hips were feeling pretty good today. I am still going to give it another week or two off to recover, so it gives me a good amount of time to focus on upper body work like the pseudo planche push-ups, which are the ultimate push-ups when it comes to feet on the ground that aren't handstanding, hand balancing works, because this overloads the shoulders the most and engages the biceps. Very good work. It engages the core a lot more when you put most of your body weight over top of your hands. The analogy that I like to use that I got from Chris Heria's videos is that imagine lifting a couch up from the side versus picking up the entire couch from the middle. And that is a good way to think about calisthenics for beginners. If you shift your center of mass over top of your base of support, you end up lifting more weight. And you can use some leverages to create other challenges in other ways. This is the jump rope. Today was not as good as yesterday because I kept messing up. I was kind of chasing the ability that I was able to achieve yesterday with a really good jump rope session. Today was not so good. I kept stepping on like nails and shards of plaster and stuff. I really need to clean off the driveway before I do jump roping again, because there's a lot of just sharp stuff. There's like nails and screws and shards of glass, but I'll blow it off before I train again on the driveway here. The jump rope was okay. I take it back. The jump rope was pretty bad, not gonna lie. I kept messing up, and I wasn't really able to get a really good stimulus. But I do want to eventually be able to get to jump roping, because I have a really hard time challenging my cardio, my heart, and my lungs, because when it comes to my performance in a lot of things, I rely a lot on muscular strength and technique. My muscles are very strong, my technique is pretty good, and my breathing is pretty good because I train my breathing, but I can't really challenge that aerobic capacity too well. I have a bit of a challenge with that because I have some health issues that prevent me from doing a lot of traditional forms of cardio. So I'll figure it out eventually, and I will hopefully find something that really challenges it that way. Here is shoulder mobility, skin the cats, hanging, lots of working in the shoulders. This was a bit experimental. I was trying to really get this to work. This wasn't too good of a session, but I think I made a little bit of progress in learning about the abilities that you can do while hanging. Hanging is a very important fundamental movement of humans. If you believe that we descended from a common ancestor of apes, we used to live in trees, and hanging was a fundamental part of living. And a remnant of that is a hypnotic jerk when you're sleeping sometimes and you feel like you're falling and you shake and catch yourself. That was believed to come from, when we used to live in trees and you want to sleep up there, you want to make sure you're secure and you don't fall out of a tree. That's where we believe that came from, the hypnotic jerk. So I get into some grounded acrobatics, a pretty easy way to challenge your acrobatic ability. Very important for falling. If you learn how to do this, you'll never fall in an unsafe way, unless you fall into something like a table or fall into something that isn't flat. But this really allows you to fall safely. Then I get into some stretching where I challenge. I don't really challenge anything, but this is a really good way to stretch out the spine and get some blood into my hips. And this is a really good recovery tool because this is specifically to how I kind of need to challenge my lower body. Then I get into some push-ups here soon, and I'll talk about that when I get to it, where you can follow a similar body posture, and you can really stretch out the back, the arms, and the shoulders. It's really important that you face the fingertips forwards, and that gives you a lot more of a stretch. An easier way is to turn your hand back. And sometimes I can do it, like legs straight, like an actual push-up, but with my butt on the ground, it was more than enough of a challenge. I could have some really good technique and get a really nice stretch and contraction, mobility, coordination, all that good stuff. And thinking about good stuff, if you guys found anything good here, please leave a like, please comment, please subscribe. It's the best way to support the channel, and I think everyone who does that really means a lot, keeps this channel going nice and smooth. That was all the training I did today, so thank you, and I will see you in the next video.